Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Michigan's offense will take the field first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high
play flip the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there and knock it away and deny the score. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? To the air, it's Chang. That's caught. It's Tate. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Skips away from pressure. Finds a man on the right. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
The Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Sets up the screen. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. So SMU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Looking for room. It's Berry. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. Fresh off its best season since the Pony Express era, Rhett Lashley really had SMU humming, but they lost the ACC championship game, got beat in the playoff, and now to see how they'll respond.
Finish. That's been the thing that they've talked about all off season. They're going to try to carry into this year. Obviously, you take one game at a time. You've got to finish games. You've got to finish seasons. If they do that, David, they think they can have a very special season.
No doubt, and I think finding their guy last year in Kevin Jennings, he didn't start the season. Game 3, he entered. So now knowing he's your dude, all that promise, all that ability with Rhett Lashley.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Chang. Quarterback adapting. Going to try to get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. And the Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Mustangs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Under fire. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Looking to throw, it's Chang. They're working that left side. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Leaves it with the running back. Lowers those pads. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Hauls it in, looking for space. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Rushes on him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Randall. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. Lets it fly. Looking for the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Try to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
Using his feet, fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And with a hallelujah land, touchdown Wolverine.
And the offense is so lucky. That easily could have been a massive turnover in the end zone, but Johnny on the spot, able to pounce on it, and the end result is what they were hoping for anyway. It's a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Send the tight end in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Pressure coming. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
I'll tell you, you got to be careful if you're the defense right now because you're behind. I know you want to be aggressive. You might want to start blitzing, getting a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, but this offense is going to take opportunities when they have one-on-ones, and they just did right there.
Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. This drive will open from the 15. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Mustangs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play there's a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Kick is in the air. He'll take it on the return. Makes a move. Powers through. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
Man, that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, oh, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat, face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Boilermakers will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Michigan's offense will have first crack at this one. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him. But, David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week. You can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Chang. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Michigan!
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Boilermakers offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back in the 16.
How about the strong safety on?
Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action on first down. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Wolverines! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Zeno. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this.
Got it near midfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Quarterback making adjustments. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to bull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Dropping back, it's Zeno. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now in this drive. Sack, first down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Might be looking to run. He's got an open man.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Zeno. Clears the pressure. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
And how about this? It's the strong safety who spins down in the box all the time and usually plays run. You could tell. Saw pass, diagnosed it, and went and got the quarterback on the ground.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going to run it. Did the work himself. Breaks into the open. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. That chunk play has them in business. Set up with a first down in the red zone. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Wolverines. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to pass. It's Zeno. Fires complete on the crosser. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fullback's got it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Looking to fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Michigan offense. Snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Let's go. Right. Single. Indy.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He fires to the left side. He's got it at the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Under fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Hobbs. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Oh, they're after him. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Back to throw, it's Chang. Fires into the end zone. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. The Boilermakers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down. Going with the ground game left. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the ground inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Runs through the tackle.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his... And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. This drive will open from the 15. To throw, it's Zeno. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the fullback. Turning it on. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. It just needs something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll run the option. The pitch. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominant. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. Northwestern ready to kick it off to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Wolverines offense will start this game off. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
He's going to take a shot. He's got it up to 30. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. I'm going to feature him, give him the football, and he will do the rest. One play, one superstar, one touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete with conviction on the crosser. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Oh, ball's out! And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. Back to throw, it's Mack. Caught, close to the marker, it's Temple. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Northwestern ready to dial one up on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off the play fake on first down. Rushes on him, back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. David, you're the analyst. I'll refer to you, but it was as if he saw cover one and says, I'm attacking downfield.
I like that. You should always defer to me in all situations, but exactly right. See the safety. Now I know the outside third of the field is mine. It's a one-on-one matchup with the corner. I like my guy. He likes him for a reason because he just made a big play for him.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They might need a telescope to find the first down marker, but they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on 1st down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Catch and stride inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They go to the ground. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Bringing the heat. And the defense got him at the 27. The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Chang. Buys a little time with his feet. Got a little space. Keeps it and gets the first down. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? First down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes a connection. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Give to the fullback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mack. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Takes it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got a chance. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Tate.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
With the catch, it's Hobbs. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down. The Wolverines are on the move. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Got it set up on the outside. Open space at the 25. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Chang. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quick strike complete.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab on the left. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a 1st down. Quarterback may change this route. Going up top again. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Michigan. And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Northwestern right back to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this offensive line has got to do a better job. They've now given up way too many sacks. This poor quarterback is running for his life. They've got to shore up and do a better job on the offensive line.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air. It's Chang. Throwing right. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. You get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's Owens. And the returner will be brought down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the board and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
Northwestern will have to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop.
And often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Right on the money. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Chang. He makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. To the air on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes. After coming up with positive yardage there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Makes probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Some would say run up the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard.
Inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. Inside his own 5. The Volunteers offense will get first crack at it here. On the run, it's Porter. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Warner. Finds his tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field it close to the 50. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. This offense has it with really good field position. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He might want another play. To the ground with the back. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Canes.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. To make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Oh, they're after him! And And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
That's reeled in. It's quarter. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Warner. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Caught at the 25. Speeding down the left side. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run it to the right side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Finds a man by himself. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot. Oh, this guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He fires one deep down the right side. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack. And the Volunteers will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the 3rd quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Sack all the way back at the 5. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Volunteers will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the returner goes down. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Off play action on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Canes! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
He'll bring it out. It's Porter. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here is the Tennessee offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They punted away on 4th down. Now on the return. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Warner. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
This time it's complete. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Quarterback has to protect himself. Gets down with the slide.
Man, that's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Great place to start for this offense. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
it as that, just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Warner. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This defense has played with a chip on its shoulder. Like they knew this guy was a great running back, and they took pride shutting him down today. So many guys near the line of scrimmage, so aggressive. Priority number 1 was stopping that great running back.
And here's a fumble way up. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Oh, better look out. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over.
Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on first down, but it doesn't work. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, and he wants to throw. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had the...
us underway. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
And this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. And I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Running into the open space. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Chang. Bringing the heat. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Kangaroos his way. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Oregon State's offense will go to work for the first time. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and was able to get that tackle for loss.
Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Creates a little space. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off the play fake on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. To the air, it's Chang. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. This drive will open from the 15. Handoff from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And the Beavers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mack. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Run it with the fullback. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Beavers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free and 4th down is coming up. The Beavers will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Canes! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They'll give it to the back. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen. The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one.
Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Beavers decide to punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Hurricane! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give on the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's
turning it on. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Back to pass, it's Mack. Here's the pressure. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Beavers want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The Beavers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Handoff to the single back. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Punt is on its way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff.
Let's go. Blue 82 Monster Indy.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. You're going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Beavers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Scanning the field, it's Mack. Under fire. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Miami. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam, get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man, it's Mack. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Beavers line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Grabs it inside the tag. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Now, honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he added the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Offense gets set for second down. Dropping back, it's Mack. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and take it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Find some fresh air. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that.
kick it away first. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Miami's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Nice job ruining that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
That's caught. It's Tate. Spins away from one. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Canes! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, get it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will get the ball for the first time. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rushes on him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He'll pull it down and run. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Offense changing the play. Wants to throw. It's Chang. He uncorks one deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Hurricane! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. So now it's second and long. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passer. As you saw right there, getting the sack. We're only in the first quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making checks. Looking to pass. It's Chang. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think.
Fires toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
Complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense a little off balance.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Makes the grab close to the logo. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give is to Williams. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets it out quickly. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. The Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. And the returner is stopped. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the 2nd level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep fighting on the fake. It's not easy to...
Lofts one high and deep. He's got it on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in, got that stuff on the ground.
The Hawkeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think.
There he goes. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he drops the throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Defense feeling it here, trying to put a stop to this drive and maybe this game after that earlier sack. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Just steamrolling the defense. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Hurricanes line it up with a 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane!
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air on 2nd down. Right down the middle. Got a wide open receiver. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
And the Hawkeyes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Pucks it out of the air. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the score.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10. And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll give it to him again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And this offense, unfortunately, finishing like they've played all game long, struggling to put points on the board. Another turnover here late in the football game, and I think people are starting to go ahead and exit the aisles and take on off out of here.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.